Hello, hello, Dr. Jessica here, your all natural family doc. Gratitude for life seasons when there's nothing to be grateful about. That's our topic of conversation. As you know, one of the biggest things I discuss in my office and with you out there is our emotional states and the stories that we do tell ourselves. And there are events in our life that are not fun, they're not pleasant. We don't want to talk about them, we don't want to remember them, we certainly don't want to recreate them. And what I find sometimes is that people get very stuck in anger, in grief, in depression because of things that happened to them. And one of the things that I talk about is while none of this was actively your fault, it is now currently your responsibility to heal from. And sometimes there's answers, sometimes we understand why things happened, and then there's other times where there's absolutely zero explanation. There will never be any explanation, and we just have to accept that this is what happened. And a lot of times what I'll have patients do is I'll lead them through an exercise where they write all the things out, all of them, everything that they're angry about, all of the injustices that occurred to them. And I have them get it out of their head and onto paper. And then I have them look for the heroes. I have them look for the people who did show up. And stop concentrating on the ones that didn't. Let's look for the ones who did. Let's look for the ones that held your hand. Let's look for the one that showed up that you never knew even was in your corner until they were. Let's look for the ones that just made things right as much as they possibly could. And then let's look at how you're stronger. Let's look at, hey, you survived. How amazing. You did exactly what your brain's goal is to keep you alive. You did that. All right? That's amazing. Congratulations. There's nothing that's going to happen to you that was more terrible than what did happen. And now you know you can survive anything. And that, my friend, may be the only gift you walk away from. But is it a gift? Absolutely. Are you a fighter? Absolutely. Are you a survivor? 100%. So now we're going to take that and we're going to concentrate on the heroes. And we are going to write the gifts that you obtain from this. Are you more aware? Certainly. Are you stronger? Absolutely. Can you do something that you didn't do before because of that? And you're going to write all of those down. And sometimes I have people do 100 gifts. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, but I have them write until they can get to 100. And that's not something that you just sit down and do in 5 minutes, okay? This can take time, especially depending on how much trauma you've had. This can take a lot of time, right? This isn't something that just you casually do over coffee in a restaurant. This is something that you really spend and dedicate the time, and maybe you come back to it when you're able to. And let's say it takes you a year, all right? That's the longest I've ever had anybody take to complete this exercise. How amazing that you now have the rest of your life to rewrite all those stories, and now you're the hero. Now you're the survivor. Now that's your armor, right? It's a little different. And I really encourage you to take the time for you, write these out, and get this done. I'll talk to you soon.